So it is our 70th episode, and we thought, rather, not do anything too crazy, but we thought one of the films we talk about a lot, there's probably two films we talk about the most. Is one's Shaun of the Dead, and the other one is Christopher Nolan's epic The Dark Knight, which is, quite. I'll hold my hands up and say that's my favorite film ever. And I'm sure it's very high on your list as well. So we thought, I've not watched it as well for a good few years, because it's nearly 3 hours long. It's a bit of an investment, and I think especially with the podcast, we've got a lot of other films and stuff we need to watch. So I haven't watched it sadly for a few years. So I thought, why don't we watch the trailer, talk about it, have a few little pauses, and just kind of discuss these particular scenes. Our feelings about it. I just want to hear your feelings, Greg.
Okay.
So, whether this will have sound or not, we will see.
The following preview has been approved for all audiences by the Motion Picture Association of America.
Ready?
Start. 3,
go.
2, 1.
What
are you doing?
Still green. Here we go. Oh yeah, Hong Kong. I think it's making it into such a bigger action film.
Oh yeah,
it is a big action film, but
this isn't that's not representative of the film. That first shot,
wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what
here
happened?
He is.
So what are you proposing?
The scene with the TV.
Simple. Kill the
Batman.
Batman.
The Batman. It is like.
You hear that first laugh for the first time.
Yeah.
That's quite significant, isn't it? Before you do
my car.
This is Harvey Dent.
Rachel's told me everything about you.
Harvey
I
Dent.
certainly hope not.
Okay, let's stop. Let's pause there. Okay, so already it's almost, it's not false advertising because it is a big action film, but there's so much more to it than that. And I think already the first, quarter of this trailer is making it out to be this huge, balls out action film, and it's not that.
No, it's not. It's it's so much more. I mean, there's a lot of action in there, but it's so much more than that, and that's why it's so fantastic as well. Also, just to come up on the screen there, Mally Gyllenhaal's first shot, obviously jumping in, replacing Katie Holmes in this second film as well, which is kind of like the first time you see that. And it didn't bother me at the time at all, and I don't think it bothers me still now. I kind of just kind of accept it. It's like, it's fine. Rachel's changed.
And it's a funny one, that, because actually I quite liked Katie Holmes in Batman Begins, but I also really like Maggie Gyllenhaal, and it's I don't know which one I prefer, to be honest, but it's really interesting. And what's funny is Katie Holmes didn't come back to make The Dark Knight because she was like, oh no, I'm going to make this other film instead. It's called, I think it was called Mad Money. Let me just have a little look. It's called Mad Money. Yeah, this is it. It's called Mad Money, and it's Diane Keaton, Katie Holmes, and Queen Latifah. And basically, on IMDb, it's 5.8 stars out of 10. And people were just like, "Why the hell did you not star in The Dark Knight?" Like,
if she's in The Dark Knight, she could have earned enough money to pay to go to the next level of Scientology.
We'll put it this way: The Dark Knight is 9 out of 10. Yeah, the next level of Scientology, or Escape, which she ultimately did. But anyway, there you go. So yeah, I just thought it's quite interesting to see. And also, I just want to know, I always thought when Batman does that jump off the building in Hong Kong, I always thought it looked so fake, and it's not. It's real, and they legit did it, and it still looks fake. Now I've even seen how they made it. It still looks really fake, and I just can't get my head around it. It's so annoying.
It's probably like the one thing that perhaps bothers me about The Dark Knight is what do they call it? Air hook. Is it called air hook? The way he escapes China.
Oh yeah.
What is it called? Air hook. It's called.
Can't remember.
So and so is trialing this new system called. And that's just a bit like, oh, that's ridiculous. Like that is actually
Essentially,
ridiculous.
a plane comes past and you just
Grabs a parachute and
yeah.
pulls you. That's just nuts.
Like, all right, okay.
Anyway,
Good.
Rach has told me everything about you. Should we continue playing?
Let's continue. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
You once told me that we'd be together. Did you mean it?
You see the bike.
Bruce, don't make me your only hope for
Matt Damon
normal
turned down, couldn't do the role of Harvey
You're
Dent.
Alfred, right?
That's right, sir.
I'm so glad it
Psychotic ex-boyfriends I should be aware of?
Aaron Eckhart's great.
couldn't have been anyone else. Could it?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
We're tonight's entertainment. Well, hello.
Right, pause. So you know the thing about Michael Caine in that scene, don't you? With the joke when the Joker makes the entrance into the party,
Go on.
Michael Caine forgot his lines because that's the first time he saw Heath
Oh,
acting.
really?
So when he came in and was like, fully bombastic, Michael Caine was just like, whoa. And you can see if you rewatch the scene, he's just staring at him because he's just so in awe of him.
Wow.
It's amazing. Really cool.
It's just reminded me of because the other major thing, more so in a way than seeing the trailer, was when I first saw the prologue, and I can't remember what film they put the prologue before. But they did, because then they did similar with Dark Knight Rises as well.
They did with Dark Knight Rises because it was Mission
it'll
Impossible, wasn't it?
It'll be another Warner Brothers film that they put the prologue before. But I remember how exciting it was just to be able to see that prologue the first time. And I think he probably did the same with Tenet. I think Nolan's done it quite a few times now.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Heat, the Michael Mann film?
I don't think I have. No.
So that was the film that Christopher Nolan is notorious for. I suppose not even notorious, but like before he starts filming a film, he sits the cast and crew down and he plays them particular films that have influenced him writing this film and making this film. So with The Dark Knight, it's so the early 90s crime thriller Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Right.
And actually, you can so tell and Heat is brilliant. Maybe that's one we do, further down the line or something like. It is brilliant,
cool.
and you can so tell in terms of like the epic scale of it, but also that it's the relationship. Al Pacino's like a police officer, and Robert De Niro's a thief, professional thief. But they actually have this kind of. It's kind of like a cat and mouse thing, but they also have this kind of like relationship where at one point Al Pacino pulls De Niro over in the car and just says, "Do you want to go and get a coffee?" And they just sit in a cafe and just talking to each other, and it's very much like not quite as aggressive as the interrogation scene in The Dark Knight, but it's that relationship of actually, the two sides of the same thing. It's really interesting. Definitely worth a watch. It's brilliant. Right, let's crack on.
We are tonight's
1,
entertainment.
2, 3, go.
So beautiful.
You look nervous.
I think I'm a bit ahead of you.
I've seen now what would have to become to stop men like him.
The night is darkest just before the dawn. I promise you, the dawn is coming.
And here we
Caught you up.
go.
It's so good. Hit me.
This city deserves a better class of criminal. I'm gonna give it to him.
See them acting out the police car.
We'll see.
Nothing actually. I mean, with
stop.
hindsight, they give so
They
much
give away a lot,
don't they?
Because, and I'm not sure I'd seen this full trailer because even that with Harvey with his half his face in the sort of
That's the
petrol or
giveaway
whatever it
about
is.
Two-Face.
When I watched it for the first time and I saw that bit, I was like, they're not actually going to do Two-Face. So I was like, that's a bit, isn't that a bit daft for Chris Nolan? And then when they did it, I was like, they've done it. It's brilliant. It's so good.
But also the fact that the film didn't feel like it necessarily needed it, like in terms of like
it didn't. And actually, it's quite late on in the film. Really, we're almost in the third act, aren't we? When Two-Face, Two-Face himself comes into it.
But what a
amazing,
cool
absolutely
idea
amazing.
of the way to do it as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, stop! I need to tell you this as well.
Go on.
Do you know about the interrogation scene and what Heath? Sorry, I sound like a right knob.
Go on.
Did you know this? What Heath Ledger said to Christian Bale.
Go on.
So he said in the interrogation scene when
slam the
he
head.
was like, "I want you to hit me."
Oh.
So every time Christian Bale just full on lamps Heath Ledger, he's actually hitting him. He's probably pulling his punches slightly, but he's
Start with
getting
the
the
head.
shit kicked out of it. The victim gets all fuzzy. Oh, amazing. Love it. Continue. We've got about 30 seconds left.
You either die a hero or you
And
live long
just
enough
pause
to
it
see yourself
there.
become the villain.
Yeah.
How much foreshadowing is there actually? We speak about the fact we didn't see the Two-Face thing coming, but it's foreshadowed all the way through. With that line, you either die a hero or live you long enough to see yourself become the villain. The whole thing with the coin toss sort of thing as well, the lucky coin.
Yeah.
Like, it makes so much sense with hindsight, but you never see it
Yeah,
coming.
it was just that. Obviously, we know Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face because we've seen it. We've seen it before in the comics and all that sort of stuff. But I was like, I don't think he's actually going to do it. Because it's pretty wild. It's pretty out there, isn't it? Like, but he did it. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
22 seconds to go.
Here we go.
And then you hear the Zinner theme.
Yeah. Which we'll talk about later on.
In the back pot, sir?
Middle of the day, Alfred? Not very subtle.
The Lamborghini, then.
I always love how he says
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant.
Well, that was lovely to rewatch. It makes you want to see it
I
again.
literally just got really giddy from watching that. Absolutely brilliant.
What a film.
What a film. And I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it? That like that is one of the that was the first comic, well, again, this is my thing, air quotes, comic book film to really, really be taken seriously and like be, Oscar contender. Heath Ledger won an Oscar for it. It was, I think it still is in the top 10 highest grossing films of all time.
Amazing. Yeah.
It just speaks for itself. What a film.
And so much depth to the writing as well, though. Like, there's so much you could. I still rewatch that film, even though I must have seen it, I don't know, 40 times, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I get more out of it every time. And I literally the stuff like I've missed before that's like, oh no way, that thing, sort of thing. I think
and also, more importantly, Mandy from Hollyoaks is in it.
No.
Yeah, what's her face? And didn't she get sacked or something this week?
Yeah.
So when Maroney is in the club and Bruce is like fighting his way through the club, he's sat with a girl and she's like, "Do you want to go somewhere else? I can't hear myself speak." And he's like, "What makes you think I want to hear you speak?" That's Mandy from Hollyoaks. There you go.
Looking it up now. Sarah Jane Dunn, Dark Knight.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Well, good, because obviously a lot of it's filmed in London, isn't it? So
yeah. Makes sense. Wow.
But absolutely amazing. What a film. What a director. What a guy. All of them. Amazing. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Just want to tell the anecdote I've told before about when I went with Fran and speak on the way about how much I'm looking forward to seeing it, how weird it'll be seeing Heath Ledger in it. He's died. She's like, yeah. Like watching it with my mouth open. And she turns to me in the middle of the film and goes, "Which one's Heath Ledger?" What? She went, "Oh yeah, it's Batman, isn't it?" I went, "No."
Brilliant. So there you go. That was just a good little bit of fun. Yeah, it is, but whatever. Watch it along with us. Stop it at the same times. Why not? Why the hell not?
Podcast. And
we could do the hell what we want.
Yeah.
The hell what we want? What the hell we want? I've had 2 glasses of wine. Jesus.
You can edit it if you want.
Okay. Let's move on.